On Saturday, the 26th of August, Hurricane Harvey made landfall at Rockport, Texas.
This is another view of the satellite, and you can see that eye forming right there as it heads closer to the coast. So this is intensifying. It's expected to keep getting stronger.
The storm, from a wind standpoint, it wasn't much of a storm. It was the rain and the flooding that was different than anything else we've experienced.
Then the problem after that is the system basically crawls to a stop and lingers over the same area for about 3 to 4 days or so.
I've been in Texas for 20 years, and now I've lived through 2 hurricanes. This last one, though, was just completely unprecedented because of the amount of rain that we had.
Anywhere from 5 to 15 inches expected as we head into Monday to Tuesday, but 20+ inches of rain is possible.
Overnight, between Saturday night and Sunday morning, we had over 6 inches an hour for a several-hour period. And that's the point where we realized it was going to be very bad.
Basically, if you haven't done the preparations, the time is pretty much, you have maybe 1 or 2 more hours, but that's just about it. Things are already deteriorating rapidly out there.
Most of us were trapped in our homes, unable to leave for about 5 days. And then after that, when we left, all we saw was devastation.
The damage was widespread, and the Battleground manufacturing complex was badly flooded.
So one of the things we had to do almost immediately was figure out how we're going to house and office 50 or 60 people that don't have offices anymore. So we're actually, right now, we're doubled up in our offices upstairs. We have people that are working at home. And it's really, until we can get this resolved, that's the way it's going to be for a period of time.
We maintained our crisis management team. We all participated in it, and we put a humanitarian effort in place in addition to plans to recover the business very quickly.
Through its dedicated employees, the site was able to get back up and running within days. But the extent of the devastation went well beyond the boundaries of the site.
All night we watched the water come up about 18 inches above the outlets. So there was a bunch of boats going up and down the street. So we opened the upstairs window, yelled out, "Hey, can you guys come get us?" But it was very, very overwhelming just to think about all the damage and where to start.
We went back to my mother-in-law's. We stayed the night there. We were safe for the evening. The next day came. I called a couple of neighbors, and they said that the water level had came down. So we were able to go back to the house, and as we get there, of course, pure devastation. You know, we realized that we just realized that, you know, everything that was normal wasn't normal.
So we tried to get out to those people. It allowed us to establish contact and match volunteers very quickly with those people to support them.
People started to show up at my house just to help me. People from my job were showing up. What I started to realize is the hearts and the love that everybody actually has.
Donations from all over the world were made into the local INEOS ICAN Foundation. $33,000 were raised, matched by INEOS, and then given to the American Red Cross relief effort. INEOS also set up a fund to help its employees directly. In total, this amounted to almost $1 million worth of support.
It was really, really difficult to get supplies. And so I guess a call went out to Jim Radcliffe, and he said, here's some money. Just do what you need to do with it and go take care of your people.
So we set up depots. We offered interest-free loans for a period of time. We went out and worked with our vendors to get supplies in place. We even brought in insurance experts and tax experts. And we set a general principle of let's just be generous. Let's not be bureaucratic here. Let's make sure we get the aid to people.
This is the interesting part. I don't know any other company for anybody in my neighborhood that has done anything like this. It is incredibly incredibly reassuring and incredibly supportive.
I think the conscience of your company and your culture comes from the top down.
Had people calling me, checking on me. My supervisor called and checked on me pretty regularly. I needed something to get to work, and I mentioned it to my supervisor, and he said, let me see what I can do. And a few days later, I got a call and said, if you can be up to the airport before midnight, we've got a rental car for you. It was an answer to a prayer. It was totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. And my wife and I are just very grateful to INEOS for providing us that resource.
And there was the HR department that was contacting me on a regular basis. She asked me, how would a 3-bedroom, fully furnished apartment help? Like, how would that help? It was really mind-blowing, because I'm starting to realize that this isn't a normal employer.
The level of support that INEOS provided was just above and beyond and completely unheard of in this area.
My supervisor, my managers, the CEO, everybody, y'all are just amazing. And I'm proud to work for INEOS.